Hi, I'm Pete Guerin. I was 26 years old in 1978.
My name's Tim Barry. I was one of the goalies for the Red Oaks, and I was 24 in 1978.
I'm Brian Colley, and I was 20 years old when I played with the Red Oaks.
I was 26 years old when we won that Mann Cup Championship in 1978.
Yeah, I'm Jim Johnson, and I was 21 when I first got introduced to the Lakers, so it was a big step for me in my life in lacrosse.
Every Peterborough player was at his best, especially goaltender Tim Barry, who seemed to get better as the series progressed. Barry was later named winner of the Mike Kelly Award as the series' most valuable player.
It'll be nice to make people realize just what this team accomplished, and it was really a turning point for senior lacrosse in Peterborough.
I think it's a terrific gesture by the Lakers to do this, and we're quite honored as members of the Red Oaks to see that.
The older you get, the more you reminisce about what occurred, and because you can now share the trophy. The Mann Cup's basically been in Peterborough the last year. A lot more guys get to hoist it now. A lot more guys get to have photo ops with the trophy.
Whoever set this up, I love to shake his hand, because it's our friends that we haven't seen for 4 years and the ones we hang around with, and we become some lifetime friends and see each other every other weekend still, and we still talk about those games where Owen Sound were undefeated until they met us, and then it was we just became a family. Like, we were together every weekend, and lacrosse or not, we were together, and that's why we won. I'm really sure it is.
The interesting thing about the rest is it was a funny year in the fact that lacrosse hadn't been in Peterborough for 5 years after the Lakers folded in '73, because everybody went down to the Pro League in '74, '75. So what happened was we finally got the franchise back, and the OLA limited us to only having 5 of the pro players that were in that Pro League come back to play on that team.
We didn't know what to expect, actually, and we were fortunate enough to put it all together and win the East. We beat Brooklyn in 4 straight games, although they were all close games. Owen Sound ended up in first place, and we beat them 4 straight also, but the first 3 games were very, very close. But we didn't think we had much of a chance, nor did the Canadian Lacrosse Association, who ran the Mann Cup at that time, thought we had no chance of winning, because the West didn't have the restrictions of only 5 ex-professional players. So we were pretty well up against a better team.
Yeah, when you form a team, you're basically put a puzzle together, and each one of those puzzles, and what we did is able to put the puzzle in one full piece. So if without me or without JJ, that puzzle falls apart. But we came together where if he needed extra help, we got him the ball, we got him free, because we knew he'd score the goals for us, and he was like Jimmy Lawson. Up front, there were stars, and then there's the guys who were in the middle, and then there's the guys in the back end, and everybody had their job to do, and when you did it right, everybody respected you for it.
We just had these 4 juniors come up and play phenomenal for us. We had some of the guys that had their whole career had been in the men's house league in Peterborough, and they played phenomenal for us. So everybody kind of came together at the right time, and it was such a team win that kind of overshadowed any individual.
It started out as being quite an experience. I'd never seen that many people in the Memorial Center at the time, too. The young kids, I think it's the first time I ever signed an autograph, so I kind of hit me in the heart, saying, yes, no, this means something to the fans, and it meant something to me too, but it just kind of emphasized the whole situation that we were going through.
In that particular year, we probably weren't drawing that well all year, but once we hit the Mann Cup and the West was favored to win, and we were the underdog, and then we started to claw our way or battle through the series. Once it went to 7 games, we set the attendance record that's never been broken, only because the Memorial Center isn't that large anymore. But there was over 5,600, and if you can imagine the rink, they were sitting actually down all the stairways that you could use to get up to the seats, and they were wrapped around the bowl of the rink, 3 deep. So and obviously up into the grays, or not the grays anymore, but up into that fan zone section. So you definitely knew there was a 5,600 there, and I've never seen a crowd since like it. So
we were down in that series 3 games to 2, and we were down 10-7 going into the 3rd period in the 6th game. So if we don't come back and win that game, we're done. And we came back and won that game in the 3rd period, the 6th game, to force the 7th game. And the 7th game, the momentum was in our favor.
The game went so fast, honestly. It was like the first thing you know, we were close. We were down a bit, and back up high, and then I remember JJ's goal where he was just going over center floor, and he just threw the ball, and he never shot from any more than 20 feet from the net. This one was like 40 feet and caught the goalie sleeping. It was like a goal that only he would do, because they knew he was going to the net. This time he just turned and ripped it and caught this guy stepping back at his net, and next thing, the game's over. The crowd went nuts, and we went nuts. It was like, wow, it was the chill still on my shoulders right now. I still feel it.
I barely remember much of that game, other than, you know, the celebrations after. It was kind of you hunker down and try to get your concentration up for the game.
I do remember after the game, my mom and dad were sitting in the front row, and I remember going over to them and saying, "Hey, we did it."
And my brother and I had our picture taken with my mom, drinking out of the cup. And she's always been our biggest fan, so.
I just remember looking at my dad's eyes, and it was amazing. It was cool.